Money, money, money. Today we are talking about money. And I want to know your beliefs about money. It's interesting because in my own life, being an artist, a dancer, we always knew we're like the lowest paid people in the totem pole. So for every job there is that you see on TV, the dancers are getting paid the least amount of money. Okay. And so me and money, we've not had a very interactive relationship. Okay. So it's kind of like money was just there. It wasn't a lot of money, but I would keep doing my artistry, my teaching, my choreographing, and jobs would come. They would just kind of like come into my life. And I was at this income level that was pretty flat, but I didn't even realize that it wasn't a lot of money because I didn't put any value on the money, right? It was kind of like it was enough money for me to get by. Who can relate to that? So my relationship with money is interesting because as a creative, an artist, and many of you might have this in you as an artist, it's never had been like the driving force of my career. It's something that came. It was usually a little bit of money, but it came, right? But it's interesting as I got into the coaching business and as an entrepreneur and talking to many women and like having interesting conversations about money, um, I realized that people have negative ideas about money, or that people with money are this or they're that, and people without money are better than people with money. Can I say that? Um, so I'm kind of curious what your money story is. What is money to you? Because I'm going to tell you that my relationship with money has been changing these last 3.5 years, you know, because the potential is there, right? So it's kind of like if you're working at like I was working at a job, like doing my business as a dancer creator. It's kind of like uh, there was like a threshold, right? And maybe your job has a threshold and that's it. But once you go into being an entrepreneur or maybe a side hustle or got divorced, right? Maybe you got divorced. Maybe you started working again. Maybe you stopped working, right? Because you had babies and all that good stuff, and our relationship with the money changes, right? We have to kind of reevaluate that our thoughts about money and how money lives in our body, right? So I'm curious. I know next month we'll be focusing on money during the Art Radical Embodiment membership. We're going deep into money, our money story, what we believe money is, isn't, and not only that, but the way that our parents raised us is super important to our own story about money. Is there a lot of it? There's not enough of it. You can never have enough of it. You have to hoard it, you have to save it, or you just spend it, or you just don't have it, right? So I'm really curious, and if you'd put in the chat box, like, what is money for you? Because as I said, for years, I mean, for until like 3.5 years ago, I really didn't think about money. It really didn't impact my life that much. I was able to live a free life and do what I wanted to do one way or another. I got it done. And that I always had enough, right? But as I grow into this new being and person, and like, oh, actually, I'm no longer in that ceiling of money in the dance world. I'm in the coaching world. So the possibilities are actually endless, right? So I had to switch my story otherwise and clean out that story. Otherwise, I would be stuck at this. I don't care about money. And, Suzanne Evans, I don't know if you know her, but and I've been practicing this too, right? Because I have to practice. I got to improve my relationship with money, right? And so Suzanne Evans, she said, you have to start talking about money. not like you need it, but like just talk about money, like how money helps and money's supportive and money. I don't know if you agree with this or not, but I'm interested in knowing. Just know this, we're going deep into that next month in the Radical Embodiment membership. And again, I hope that you jump into that membership so that you can get clear on your beliefs around money, not only around money, but people who have money, the way you were raised, people who don't have money. These are very important ideas to flush out and reflect on so that you can release them and re envision something bigger for your life or better, or maybe you come to terms with money, right? It's a very interesting subject. I'd like to know your thoughts.